Here we are at Race Retro, good Nissan, start our programme off. Just about missing the marker there, and then onto the wet grass in February, struggle to get off of there. Ford Escort now. And round it goes, Turbo chattering away as he has to hit back on the right place, and the rally for him can continue. Now, a Vauxhall Chevette, not first time, we'll see an offer him. We'll see one later on. Ford Escort managed to stay on the tarmac, but not quite facing the right way. And look, we're back with the Chevette. Let's take a listen. Lots of throttle, but not going in the right direction. Now we move to circuit racing. Here we are at Snefton with the Lotus on Track Elise Trophy, and one of the biggest crashes of the year. Greg Noble sitting there in the middle of the track, facing the wrong way, and many cars in problems. Now the Formula 3 MSV Cup first race of the year, and Mark Terry had a roll.
Massive crash from Mark Terry. I hope he is okay. The red flags fly.
And now the Monopostos here, Tristan Cliff.
He loses the car spins onto the grass as he goes through Hamilton.
And Hamilton wasn't the only Christian Cliff wasn't the only person to fall off at Hamilton. Here the production BMWs.
And he's gone out wide at Hamilton. He keeps it all in the
and in the Monopostos again. Now here we go to 1050 Motor Club meeting at Brands Hatch, and here we are, the 1050 Motor Club.
21, and we've got another car going round, number 30, two spinners.
George Howram there, sitting right on the racing line through clearways. And more Toyota M2s, this time at Druids.
Alex Lennon.
Here, Michael Nichols going round.
Nichols has got a heavy development. Martin Ward.
Here, stock catches down the Cooper Straight.
Just squeeze, he's been hit. Tim has been hit, and he's gone under the barriers. That's a big one. He's come back on the circuit. There they go.
And Toyota M2s once again out of Druids. It's tight. Watch Alex Lennon running off the road.
Alex Lennon, he spins right in front of the field. He will stand the brakes. There's a bit of contact. One better spun from all that, and everyone scattering.
Lots of carnage in the first meeting for the 1050 Motor Club Toyota MR2s. This time with the pre-66 Saloons with the Mini of Christian Devereux.
And a mini jump for Christian Devereux as he hit the barriers. And that was quite a thump. As they come
and now the Mini 7s.
Still Max onto the front. Paul Spark pushing him so hard. Paul Spark, the race one winner. Here he knows he mustn't look too tight because that might.
And a spin for Andrew Devaney.
Spin for Andrew Devaney. The dust will settle him. There his car. So Andrew Devaney, as the car is rushing.
Now the classic Formula 4 2000s.
Or Peter Chippendale. Now when the dust settles, we'll see what the outcome of that is. There the car is. It's stuck on the dirt. Now, looks like he's struggling with fire. As you saw the
now the Radical Clubman's Cup at Brands Hatch on board with James Abbott.
That's a good lead as they head into Radical Red up on the inside of Tony Wells, and past goes Richard Carver.
Mark Smithson though headed into the gravel trap.
The gravel trap is our race leader, Mark Smithson. He makes his way back onto the circuit then. Comes back on right in front of James Abbott. We've got Stones flicked up.
Now the Radical UK Cup, the SR8 class here.
And contact between Manhow Alice and Terence Woodward. Both cars go spinning into the gravel trap at Hawthorns there.
So there we go, Terence Woodward and Manhow Alice in the gravel. They possibly cause Terence Woodward the Radical UK Cup Championship.
In the number 88 machine. And Terence Woodward doesn't look too impressed with that as he makes some hand gestures as he gets out the car. Manhow Alice there.
Both cars in the gravel and out of the race. Here, now the SR3 Radical UK Cup.
And around goes two cars. Tony Wells is one of them. The other one is David Jacobs. Two of the podium finishes in the Radical Clubman's Cup yesterday. Somebody else has gone off. Who is that? Scotty. And spin. Two cars made contact there. That's Jonathan Wright.
And the second race for the SR3s caused just as much carnage.
Who was that then? It could have been. So here come the leaders.
Now back to Snefton with the HGTCC. Here the classic racing cars.
to Anthony Rossett, spins and hits the barriers into Agostini, just snapped under braking on the damp tarmac, and he is in the wall. Dabo as we go down.
Now more radical Clubman's Cup at a wet Brands Hatch Indy circuit, go through 30s.
And we go sideways, and again, and all over the grass goes James Abbott. Is he going to get back on the circuit? Yes, he does. And how about this? He's still leading the race. James Abbott, let's
now the UK Cup for James Abbott on board once again for the rolling start.
Is Andy Cummins. And a bit of contact, it looked like, may have caused.
And again on board with James Abbott with Andy Cummins spinning. And now we can ride on board with Roger Bromley. We watch the car, a couple of cars behind. It's David Jacobs to watch for.
Way too late on the brakes, and contact with Roger Bromley straight into the gravel trap. There was no need for that whatsoever from David Jacobs. And I'm sure the officials will be having a look at that. You go careful on the outside rear. Brandy out. And I wonder if he was passing under yellow flags there, which would, because it would have still been yellows at the bottom of paddock.
Now on board with the front car of Roger Bromley. Let's see what he would have seen of this.
Because look, there's a car with a driver just getting out of it. Where do we go? Green at the marshal's post there. I'm sure David Jacobs was making his way through before then, and bang, and around.
Both cars ended up in the gravel trap, and a very unhappy Roger Bromley. This could have caused him the Radical UK Cup Championship, but luckily enough for him, by the end of the year, he was the champion.
It was completely and utterly David Jacobs' fault, and I'm sure the officials would not be too impressed with what he was doing. And Roger Bromley, it's Paniwuti.
And now the mini challenge. First of 3 races, and first of 2 start line crashes.
Chris Knox makes a good start. He pulls away ready for Sam Osborne. George Allen quite slow, and it's getting very crowded, big fan, and contact into the barrier. 3 of them all coming into the barrier, same one, and going into the circuit and almost getting hit. There was somebody else, Walker spinning the gravel trap in the gravel. There's Patrick Mortimer, spinner there. That's the line once more.
And now we go with Radical Clubman's Cup into Brands Hatch, into Paddock Hill Bend.
Outside, but yellow flag's still out there, so the battle continues for the lead. And off the circuit, what on earth is David Jacobs doing? He's just gone off under yellow. So it's time for
now it's GT Cup here at Brands Hatch, the rolling start, and we're about to go racing.
Now they start on the wrong side of the grid, but anyway, the race is underway. Peter Bamford leads, they go down to Paddock Event. Andy Byrne goes side by side and hits a Ferrari there into Paddock Event and spins. Peter Bamford slides out and spins straight into Jordan Witt. He loses his rear wing, both of the rear wings hit there actually. Allen third.
And here's our second mini challenge crash of the weekend. And once again involving George Allen.
Away on a very slightly damp Brands Hatch. George Allen makes an awful start once more, even worse than yesterday. And here they come, then a spinner, that is, there's another spinner into the circuit, and Waterloo Hills gets held on the grass, and Waterloo Hills to hold on to it. Great car control for Waterloo Hills. A car spinning from O'Connor off, and over goes Kevin O'Connor. So this is going to be a stoppage because we've got cars scattered all over the circuit.
Then the safety car was called out, but some cars didn't see the safety car boards.
So it's not a red flag yet. It's a safety car, and now everybody having to lock up the brakes, up rear the safety cars out. Is anybody off? I don't think so. Krug, look at that.
And now the Heritage Grand Touring Car Championship in very wet conditions. Third position is Christian Dick in his Chevrolet Corvette, and he makes his way off the circuit.
Goes Christian Dick, and he's off. 30th, goes on the grass. He's in the middle of nowhere.
Now we've got the 1050 Formula at Sneston.
The race as we go onto the final lap of the race, and Mick Harris takes second but spins away the position all over the grass. Goes Robin Gillen. Will Rutter gets stuck behind.
Now the BMW Compact Cup.
Second is McLaren. Third is not very sideways. McIntyre even more sideways and into a spin going Simon Basford. For fifth, oh my goodness.
And the Mazda MX-5 Championship about half the field in the gravel trap there. And now the 750 trophy, Austin Sevens in the gravel, and as the rain started to come down, the track got slightly slippery.
John Webb, he's very twitchy on the exit of Laffield, and a huge tank to Laffield, and it's a bit of a Roger Windley, and the car goes backwards into the path of Paul Gorolini, who almost gets hit there. Gorolini just about missing him, and it is that.
And now at Cattle Park with his 750 Motor Club, here's the Allcomers race.
Paul's gone off the circuit, and he spins then on this damp circuit, and that's let it out. Ake Bolivar to take the lead then. Nigel Brown's going to take second.
And now the Toyota MR2s, and it's Steve Lumley that has a spin.
A massive moment from another car. That was It's Michael Wells, he had a big moment there. Now the rest of the field come through, but Steve Lumley is now the field come through. Steve Lumley makes his way onto the track. He goes to the grass and spins again. Steve Lumley. He's looking at the
now Formula V. Watch John Hughes.
John Hughes on the grass is making will-to-will contact, and he spins. He goes across the grass, and will he be able to stop? Down the park.
And now we have the kit cars.
Ben Jorders in the Caterham 7 that leads the way as they go through Barn for the first time in third position. It's Paul Boybee spins away in third position. He's going to drop right. That's Knox is on his way to the champs.
Me challenge at Sneston.
Third is Crocker, fourth is Lights, fifth is now Chris Smith ahead of Sam Osborne, and a massive side race with David Ogden, and George Allen goes off as well, coming towards the barriers at speed, and bang, he hits the barriers very hard, but it's Matt Waternill still leading the club class from, I think Daniel Bishop's gone up to station then.
Now the Walter Hayes Trophy for Formula Ford 1600 cars. Off goes Chris Middlehurst.
That's the end of Chris Middlehurst. Down the Wellington
And here we go again for the second semi-final, and there's a bit of oil on the circuit.
Second is possibly no done, and there's cars off everywhere on the oil. Cement dust, and there's 3-4 cars. Ed Moore was on the first P with a spin, won the progression front runner, or the last chance race front runner, I should say. Some cars getting going, but there's cars all over the place at Brooklands.
And to finish off, we've got some Cannon's tin top action. The safety car being called. Some cars don't see the board zone.
Just about seeing it so far. Are they a few people running off the brakes? Go on. Somebody's been hit. Gary Chappell into the barriers.